What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright. Two pretty good games last night. Or was it? Hold up. Because was the second one a blowout? The second one wasn't a blowout. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the second one was a blowout. The first one was it was kind of out of reach too. So both of them went the way that I thought they was gonna go. But let's talk on the first one, then we'll get to the second. Boston and New York. Boston was on an emotional high last night. You could tell they weren't going to go down. New York tried to put together some runs, but they just never could put any strong runs together. And so, finna go to game 5. Game 5. 4. I mean, I'm 6. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, man, I'm a little tired this morning. Game 6, right? So, New York, if they what they supposed to be and what they've been building to be, they should come out victorious in another day, Friday. So we'll see about that. Now, the second game, the end of the Golden State Warriors as we know them, and that's no hyperbole. It's got to be some changes. I know they're not gonna trade Steph Curry. They say Draymond Green was dapping up people like he wasn't going to see him again. We'll see how that goes. But Minnesota really took it to him. And like I've said in a few other videos talking about these games with Minnesota in the playoffs, it seemed like they be playing with these guys in points of the game. They be just playing with them. But they brought out, they involved the human cigar, Rudy Chamberlain. Man, he was putting it to him with the inside presence as much as he could give. Because I mean, it ain't like he was posting cats up. He was getting that alley-oop. He was catching a pass where he could catch it. They was on hitting on all cylinders. Randall looked like he was on a mission last night. He opened up the game real strong. So did Mike Conley. Both of those guys are the veterans that's been through a couple of wars. Randall was in the Big Apple, so he know what this stuff means. And Conley was with the grindhouse. What do we call it? It wasn't Rise and Grind. It was the grindhouse. Yeah, the grindhouse in Memphis, like 2008, 2009. No. 2010, 11, 12, 13. All in those years, Mike Conley was a major factor in the playoffs, even though they didn't go as far as they should have. I think a part of that was Spurs was in effect. They weren't gonna let Duncan go out like that. But Minnesota gonna be waiting on the winner of OKC and Denver. And if they play Denver, that might get ugly. It might get ugly. If they play OKC, that should be a pretty good matchup outside of just the teams like both of those teams. Minnesota's on like a little farther schedule than them. Minnesota's been at it a couple of seasons. OKC has been at it a couple of seasons, but this is the first legitimate where they feel, well, it looks like they should either go to the conference finals or the finals. But I think Minnesota's they might go all the way. That would be wild. That would be wild. all those years in Minnesota, toiling away, being loyal to the point of I'm not gonna say that, but to the point of unreasonable decisions. KG stuck in with him, and he was blessed to get a championship. But part of the reason why he had that injury the following year is how hard he always goes at it. And I'm pretty sure he had this issue in Minnesota, and that run they went on was so quick. They got traded to him. I don't think it was the beginning of the season. It might have been in the middle. Maybe it might have been in the beginning. But that was a real compact run, and they were blowing teams out. So it wasn't that much stress on him. But that second year when he had that injury, man, that was a shame. So Minnesota just gonna be sitting up for a minute. I hope they don't get complacent. Well, whomever they open up against in the next round, they come out in that first game and they look like they ain't hooped in a month or two. It's possible, because as much as I like them, and it might be that's the reason why they advanced him or whatever. Anthony Edwards' attitude is just so willy-nilly about everything. But it ain't like he don't care. It's just that he doesn't take it as hard or take it to heart, I think, as past guys. Not saying he doesn't want to win, but I think he has a bigger picture thought process in mind. I'm not sure, but you could tell he wanted to put he had pleasure putting KD out last year, and same with LeBron, and now with Curry, and it ain't even worth mentioning his name, but they mentioned it so much with him. But yeah, Steph Curry, got to be some changes coming up to the team if they are smart, which I don't think they are, because the stuff around Kuminga and Moody, them not getting clocked, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like, Moody was out there killing. I read something this morning about Steve Kerr was kind of like mad because he had 20-something. I don't know if I read that right. If that is, that's the reason why the team is the way it is now. It seems like it's like a inside. It's like a group that you can't penetrate unless you bow down to Draymond Green like Pozinski has. Now, that's the reason why Pozinski's getting minutes, because he's taking that stuff Draymond Green. He's being a good student to Draymond Green, which is whatever. I'm not on the team. I don't know how positive or negative his true effect is, but his surface effect from what we see is that he's been a detriment to Golden State for years on top of years. Going back to 2017, 16, he's been some of the reason why they done lost. So we'll see how this goes coming up this offseason. I've heard, and it's been mentioned many a time, but they might be trying to get Giannis. And I don't know. Steph Curry can play with anybody, though. If he can play with KD with minimal, like, fall off, some guys play with other guys with skill, and they don't know how to use them. I'll let y'all figure out who that is, but he wears 23. But Steph Curry, when KD, it wasn't too much adjustment period for them when they got together, because Steph Curry fell back a little bit. He was still getting his shots off, and really, to tell the truth, he really didn't. It looked like he really didn't care during the regular season. Now I don't know if people were paying attention, but them finals against LeBron, I think it was that second one. KD was really trying to let Steph Curry win that MVP. He was trying his best to let Curry win that MVP, but for whatever reason, Steph Curry, he felt a little bit of the pressure. You could just tell, and he does that every now and then. Like if you put him under the spotlight at certain times, and it happens with him. I don't know, but a lot of times he chokes up a little bit, and that's not knocking him, but it happens to him sometimes. I saw him, and it wasn't even a game. It was it was All-Star weekend, and he was sitting down on the sideline, and Craig Say went up and started talking to him, and he was trying to tell him, he was asking him to, hit a three from like half court or something. Steph Curry do that in his sleep. But for whatever reason, when he missed the first two, he started pressing a little bit, and then I think he finally gave it up. I don't think he hit, but he can get, caught up with the pressure sometimes. And he ain't getting any younger. So they better do something that's gonna help this man out. I don't know who gonna take Draymond Green, but Draymond Green should be on his way out. But anyway, that's all that I gotta say on that subject. Grandpa out.